What's going on, Legion? As like always, and we got the interview, the continuation. Isn't the interview like a movie? James Franco? Yeah, let's. I never watched it. I don't plan on watching it. Yeah, we're gonna just pick up right where we left off. I was really interested. The time flew by so fast listening to this. Yeah, I think we'll go for another 10 minutes or so. Yeah, and we'll just I'm down. Let's just go, continue, get into it, check it out, see what it's all about. Let's hope it's still good.
How do you absorb that influence? Because you can see it when you're on a stage, and you can hear it when you have a chance to meet them and talk to them about it. And
how do I hear them?
Yeah, like, are they taking?
Yeah, it is the internet, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm around.
They're fleshing it out. They're taking Blurryface and they're writing things about it, and they're adding to it and moving things around. And
yeah.
I mean, that's just incredible. That's like creative collaboration in real time.
Yeah, I mean, the character of Blurryface was this person to me that I was trying to confront. But then as the record cycle went on, and as I saw him kind of come to life through other people's perspective and our fans, the way that they viewed him, it drove me to like agree with them on how he's perceived. And
how's he changed? How's it changed?
Good question.
Go back to what Blurryface really was representing at the time, is that
good question.
Kind of that mirror, that I call it a seat at the table that you can stare across and really understand. I mean, everyone knows what they don't like about themselves, but how do you compensate for that? What are you doing because you don't like that? Trying to understand that and maybe fix that. Then I realized that it's all about jurisdiction, where there's certain places that I'll be, whether it's mentally or physically, where he has jurisdiction. And if I can try to leave those places, if I can try to stay away from those places, then he starts to lose a little more of a grip and control of me. And that's what Trench was and what it is, and help me kind of like compartmentalize in my mind where I need to try to leave and get to somewhere that's safer and a little more unpredictable, a little more wild, much more creative, a little scarier, a little bit of an abyss, but you don't have to play by his rules. That's helped.
I wonder when you realized that you were different, you thought about things different, and things settled with you differently, and at what point in your life you realized that you were going to have to develop some tools in order to function and live with just the person that you are.
I never would have turned to music if I didn't feel like I needed to work on something or change or cope with something. I think that I was perfectly fine before music, and then something happened where it just felt like a buildup of some sort, and I didn't know how to release that. I didn't know how to decompress that and to have an outlet for it. And I was forced to learn how to play the piano, at least the way I look at it. I grew up sharing a bedroom with my brother, and he would tell you, like, I mean, we both love music, but there was something that happened where I realized, okay, I can say anything I want now. And, you know, when I first showed my parents a song or two, I was really concerned that they were going to be really concerned.
How'd your parents take it?
Well, that's what was so surprising about it, was when I was concerned about, like, it felt like when I was writing a song and I would show someone, it was like, okay, now let's start the conversation. But what would usually have been the beginning of a long conversation / check up on you / lecture was just, wow, that's great. And that was it. Like, that was the end of the conversation. And that's why I was like, I can do this more.
Yeah, the relief.
I don't have to like keep on talking about it afterwards.
What role did your faith play in that when you were growing up and trying to kind of be the person that you grew up being, and also growing into being a young adult and wanting to be an artist and wanting that freedom, that flexibility to touch on subjects because you've got to get it out of your system, right? Like I could see that could create a conflict if it wasn't managed right.
I have this theory about leapfrogging in generations. And I think it can kind of apply to faith, it can apply to wealth. There's this constant kind of overcompensation and then compensating that. My parents grew up in an environment where there really wasn't any talk of faith or any sort of religion. And then they both had a moment where they became Christians when they were like in their college age.
It's not really
So
his
when
theory
they
of
got married
leapfrogging.
and wanted to raise kids, they were like, we're gonna, we want to raise.
That's kind of reality.
That has faith and believes in God and instilled that. And what I believe about God and my faith is, I would say, is very different from them. But I think it's a lesson in knowing that what I believe is different from everyone. Even my mom and my dad, people who formed me, they should in theory have the closest version of it, but it's so different even that. And
Yeah, I mean, same
I
with
think it's actually made
me and my family.
my faith stronger in the version that I believe.
How I view God is
hold
different from
on
my
to.
parents
And
completely.
this music I'm trying to create and trying to like answer those questions. I'm throwing those questions out that I felt like, weren't supposed to be asked. But when I ask it in a song, my parents just say, that's great. And that was such a big moment for me. And so, yeah, my faith is constantly playing a part in the music that I write.
As I said at the very beginning of our conversation, you're so tucked away in here. I can see why you would just continue to work and create, because it's a very protected place. And I mean, it feels literally like we're 5 stories underground.
Yeah, bomb shelter.
Yeah, it does.
It looks like it,
You know,
yeah.
and I wonder what it's like when you pop your head up above ground for you. What life's like.
Let's talk about the popping the head out of the ground, because that's actually a phrase Josh and I have used to kind of describe like the part of our career that we just don't remember.
Yeah.
Wait, how did you guys like all of a sudden do our version of making it or getting people's attention? We see all these bands around us. I'm talking about local scene back, 8-9 years ago. We see all these other bands around us. We're trying to, should we do what they're doing? Should we kind of try to follow their lead? And we decided, you know what, let's just go underground. And we went underground and we came up with a show, and then with our head down, we just started saying yes to that show, yes to that, let's play that, let's play that, let's play that, let's do that, let's create this, head is down. And then all of a sudden we came up and we had a record deal. And we were doing a headline tour. It's like, man, how did that happen? And
What are they headlining for?
I realized the importance
Or what?
of
No.
isolation
It's opening.
and just
That was a dumb thing to
honing
say.
in on something and not letting, what are they doing? Or what should we follow that? Or what is that? Does that change our decision now that they did that? And just kind of diving in and going for it, and then coming up and realizing, wow, we're like 5 miles ahead of those other bands that we were just looking at.
What role does Josh play in all this for you outside of being an amazing drummer and being a part of one half of the band and everything else, but on a human level? You know, you guys have
Let's hear it.
a lot of similarities, but also you seem like kind of different people, which is good.
I think, I mean, in the live show especially, there's been some shows where, man, I don't feel like I should be up here right now.
Yeah.
I don't feel good enough. I don't feel like what I'm doing is considered good. But then there's just been so many times I look over at Josh and he's just ripping, man. And it just shocks my system.
Yeah.
And then I walk down stage and then square my shoulders up to the audience. And then there's only really been one show where it happened to him and me, and we got off stage and we were just like, what just happened?
Do you know at the time that it was happening?
Yeah, it was a festival, and I think would have been like 2013. It was like one of our first times doing a festival in Europe. I think it was it may have been Puckle Pop.
Yeah.
Thrown onto a main stage. And we're like, oh my gosh, we got main stage like 3 p.m. That's crazy.
Damn.
And you just realize, oh, okay, this is a scheduling thing. I mean, and rightfully so. It's our first time in that country. Like, there's no reason why we should have had an audience. But you know, when you get ready to play a show, you kind of like, oh, I wonder who's gonna be there. I always assume no one's gonna be there just to get myself ready. But I wasn't ready for the empty field. Like, that field was so much bigger with people. People think like, look how many people there when it's full. It's like, this field is ginormous. Like, now wait until everyone's gone, and then you realize how big that field is.
It must be interesting finishing the record and watching people get it right or get it wrong in real time. Are you even reading what people are saying?
That's 10 minutes. Did I hear a collective, is that what I just heard? I stopped it right at a good, right at the end of I found myself, he said, you're not ready for that open field. And then I'm like, this is a good point to end off on. And then he asked another question right after. I'm like, I want to keep listening. And then they both paused for a second. I'm like, that's my opening right there. We ended this at 2037. I'll go ahead and throw that up right now. 2037. Let's talk about it. Let's say 2037. All right. And we're ready to go for the next the next thing. Yeah, so that was really interesting. I was kind of hoping a little bit more for Josh there. You know, he kind of answered the first half of that question with some other bullshit that didn't pertain to the question that I wanted to hear the answer to. And then he just kind of, they talked about the feel. That was all very interesting. I'm the same way. I would always expect nothing good to happen. And hopefully that's like planning for the worst, but you hope for the best. There's something I was going to say that he said something a minute ago that reminded me of me streaming on Twitch about, I cannot remember what it was, but I related to it somehow. There you go. Still a very interesting interview. All the different stuff they're talking about. Just getting a peek. Oh, it was the thing where he was talking about, should we follow this band's lead and that band's lead? It's the same kind of feeling I felt when I said, should I follow this streamer's lead? Should I do what this streamer's doing? To try to get my audience big on Twitch. It didn't really work because my audience is not there. But that's what I remember. It's cool to, like I said, to get an inside peek on in his head, to get like an inside look on his life. He's still kind of vague about certain things, it looked like the Josh. He could have talked more about Josh, but he didn't. I wonder if he asked a question about his wife, are we going to get the same minimalist answer to that as well? I'm always curious. Yeah, man, it's going good. I'm enjoying it. I can't wait. I will be checking this out. Hopefully I'll tack this on to continue watching this. When I look for the next block of videos to do, hopefully there's not like a couple. If there's like 3 or 4 that are like Marvel or Venom or God knows what else, those may take priority unless I really feel like uploading 2 videos a day, which I don't do anymore. I used to upload twice a day, but during certain parts of the year, man, there's not a lot to react to. 2 videos a day, time consuming to upload that stuff. And if I literally dedicated Thursdays to actually just making the videos like I should do, where I used to make 15 videos a day and I could upload, I've been just horrible sleep schedule after horrible sleep schedule. So I literally woke up at 4 p.m. today and I'm still making videos at 5:44 now. And I have to stream at 6 or 7. So I have a little bit of time to just do whatever I got to do and then get ready for that. So it's one of the reasons why I don't upload twice a day anymore. Is for one of those reasons right there. Waking up late, not having a good sleeping schedule, just what are all those? I'd never sleep well, so that's always going to be a thing. But I definitely have uploaded 2 videos. The fan footage and then the new band When Venus Sleeps. That was uploaded yesterday, I believe. Whenever those videos were uploaded, should be yesterday, the day before, at the very least. If you haven't checked out When Venus Weeps, check it out. I'd appreciate it. I'm going to be uploading another one of their videos probably after this one, which I think is an original from them, and it's actually a lot better than the Marshmallow Little Peep cover. But that's all I really got, man. Interview going good. You can see all the little toys right there. Like, my hand, there it is. Super Mario at the very tip top, like right over here, right there. It's all kind of funny to see all that kind of stuff there. His laptop's just on like a docking station, which is funny. Yeah, I love to keep talking, man. You know me, I love to talk, but I don't really have a lot of other things to say. I'm excited. I can't wait to get into the next chunk of this. We are at, what are we at right now? We are at 20 minutes exactly. So, yeah, half of 20, 20, 37. But we got another 34 for the most part, 34, 15 or whatever that is, whatever that math is. So, not another 20, another 10 minutes and like 15 second or whatever. Yeah. Am I stupid? Yeah, no, not 10 minutes. 14 minutes and like 15 seconds. I think, I literally had the math worked out and I said it wrong every time. I think we'll do this block right here. This block you can see me doing on right, this number right here. I think we'll do all of this in one go. We'll finish the whole thing up, 15 minutes worth, and I think that'll be good. So with that, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you in whatever video I'm doing next. Later, guys.